Hi Vogue, you might not recognize me, but this is Shelma Haayek. I'm going to walk you through my routine and tricks. First we start with a double whammy, because you see I have this mask that I love, but I do a double whammy because I have the mask, but underneath I have these patches from Patchology. Sometimes I sleep with them, and I'm under the impression that because they dry, I don't swell. Even if I swell everywhere else, it doesn't swell there. So maybe this is psychological and I'm crazy, but I like to do it and I think it works for me at least. My grandmother taught me not to wash my face in the morning because then you take off all the good oils that your skin works so hard all night, you know, to have. This is the rose water. God knows what's in here. The beauty sandwich, of course. What I do next is I take a really light cream and I'm using this one by Charlotte Tilbury. It's called Magic Water. I'm very lucky because I have this grandmother who was obsessed with beauty and knew all kinds of tricks. She actually made her own creams. She told me to do this when you put it. And then also to put it behind your hands, the leftovers. And then I'm using this Sisley for the eyes. I do like this. Grandmother tip. She was obsessed with it. I put it on the lips. If I'm extra dry, I use this other one. And I even keep it in my purse. My lips get really dry. I try to take really good care of them. And sometimes if I feel like I have a lot of like little, which I do, I use this by La Mer. It's a treatment. And when I'm doing movies, I use this other one that it's like a weird oily thing. I put it where this you can also put after you put the makeup, like when I'm working and it's like hours of work and the makeup starts getting cakey or strange, I put it on top of the makeup and it doesn't make it uneven or anything. I don't know what it does, but it really helps, especially under the eyes. Okay, now let's put the makeup on. I use as a base, because as you can see, it's with age especially, the color is not very even, you see? So I need something that looks nice and also put after you put the makeup, like when I'm working and it's like hours of work and the makeup starts getting cakey or strange, I put it on top of the makeup and it doesn't make it uneven or anything. I don't know what it does, but it really helps, especially under the eyes. Okay, now let's put the makeup on. I use as a base, because as you can see, it's with age especially, the color is not very even, you see? So I need something that looks natural, but that covers. That's been very hard for me, also to find the right color. So what I use, and you cannot see the number because I've used it so much, is this beautiful skin foundation. You will see that it looks pretty natural. You have to make sure that you put it also all the way in your neck. And you know what? Before I did my Ultherapy PRIME, when I was doing this, the skin was rolling up, all the extras here was so depressing. It's hanging part, but now it's a little bit better, less depressing. You still need to make sure that everything is even. Now this is natural darkness in my eyes. I kind of like it. It was not like that when I was younger, but I don't try to even it out too much. I mean, I let it be, you know, I kind of like it. It's like natural eyeshadow that the years have gifted me. I'm gonna go over the parts where you still see all the dots and things and gifted me. I'm gonna go over the parts where you still see all the dots and things and imperfections because the skin is not even. This is for like hardcore, huh? This is the Mario. In specific places, then I use this Victoria Beckham. So instead of putting here the dark, which everybody does, so what I do is actually put it super high. I am gonna even it out as I do the eye makeup anyway, and then I go up. I do practically all my makeup with my hands. The warmth also of the fingers help, and I can control that. I use this thing. It's this gel, okay? You have to be careful. Look at this. It's like transparent, but it has little freckles of... It's not a permanent resident in my face. So for the eyebrows, I just use this brush that has color, and look how I try to make them straight. Okay, now we're gonna do the eyes. I've been doing makeup since I was 13. I was even doing the makeup for my friends' sisters. But now that everybody loves makeup and there's so much of it and so excited, so many toys, I realized that for me, my look is, I don't want to look overproduced. Everybody is too like golden color. So it's not harsh again. And they all have a little bit of glitter in it, which also makes it softer. I love these pencils. This one is by Charlotte. Then we're gonna curl. I try to angle it like this so that the end goes up. For me, this is good. But if you want to make it more wow, you can take something that it's more je ne sais quoi, but it's still not too bright so that it gives you this mysterious look. Then I use this highlighter, not because it's lighter, but because the texture makes it more interesting. It's kind of like activates the other ones. So what I do is I go really close and I kind of tap it like that. You know, I can do this without looking. The blush. As you get older, I thought, when I saw like faces that were going like this, you know, that there were holes and stuff, I thought it was because people were putting fillers, you know, and then it was the imperfection. You need to be good to do what I'm about to do, huh? Usually, powder is hard to mix with other things, so you have to have the perfect touch. I am going to correct again, extra. So, Victoria Beckham does this other thing. So the powder. Normally. And now I'm gonna use this blush that I love. Then I put a little bit of this again, all the way down here, not anywhere close to the danger areas. So it's more like a tint. Next step. Next step. Next step. Then you take a Kleenex, you open it in two. This will make it with yourself. And you can make this beauty routine meaningful instead of just like criticizing yourself. Mwah.